on your reading. And in today's Money Monday segment, financial advisor Rob Wilson's here with his annual summer reading list. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Yeah, so whether you're going on vacation or the beach or wherever, you got to have a good book.
Yeah, this is why it's a very fantastic time to catch up on your reading, because chances are you do have a vacation in there. You need something to do while you're sitting out there, catching a tan. And you know what? Your boss is probably going on vacation, and maybe even your customers. So it may even be a little slow around the office when you are at work. So maybe you take a little longer lunch, one day or two.
Yeah.
And so you have a good book with you. I'm sure that people enjoy fiction and they want to hear these interesting stories, but I'm a fan of getting some books that can actually make you a little bit smarter and maybe put some money in your pocket.
So you kind of theme this around healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Yeah, I think this year with everything we have going on, those are three topics that I think that we should really place a focus on. And the first thing is, I know that when individuals think about their financial vitality, their personal health isn't always the first thing that comes to mind. But here's the thing, 60% of bankruptcies in the United States are actually caused because of medical problems. So that may mean you have high medical bills or you lost a job because of an illness. So staying healthy is actually a very big part of your financial plan. Now, when people are unhealthy, a lot of the reasons they're unhealthy are because of chronic diseases like heart disease and high blood pressure. And what we know about those conditions is that a lot of them can be mitigated if you just exercise and you eat better. So the first book on my list is a book called Eat This, Not That. And I like this book because it's very much different than a lot of the other diet books out there. You know what? A lot of those books are just saying, cut this out. I think the next diet book is just going to be, don't eat anything.
Right.
And of course, if you don't eat anything, sure, you'll lose weight. But how realistic is that? And so what this book does is say, I know that you're probably going to go to a certain restaurant, but maybe if you go there, maybe eat this, which may be a little bit more healthy for you than something else. And you know what? Because when you go to these restaurants, don't think just because something has chicken and salad in the name that it's automatically a healthy choice. And so by being able to swap out foods instead of just completely eliminating entire categories from your diet, I'm hopeful that'll be easier for people to make changes in their life.
Nice. I love that idea. All right, so that's our healthy. How about wealthy? What should we do to get wealthy?
Well, one of the best ways to try to increase your wealth is to succeed in your chosen field or at your job. And so we've talked about this book before, but the book Lean In by Sheryl Sandberg, who is the current COO of Facebook, is a fantastic book. Whether you're a woman or not, the theme of the book is very much based around women and how they need to take more charge of their careers because they're traditionally underrepresented at the top of many industries. But even if you're a man and you're looking to become more successful, I think the principles in this book can really help you. I mean, one of the things she talks about, the very first question is, she says, how many of you have said out loud to someone that you want to be the #1 person at the very top of your field?
Wow.
And most people have not vocalize that as a goal. And so if you start there, I think whether you're a woman or a man, it's going to be something that can help you boost your career.
Interesting. All right. And then the 5 love languages by Gary Chapman. How does that help us get wealthy? Okay.
So we talked about the #1 cause of bankruptcy being medical problems. The #4 cause is divorce.
Oh.
And so, yes, a marriage is a big part of your life. And if you want to try to avoid getting divorced, you're going to have to a lot of times understand where the other party is coming from. So this is a fantastic relationship book, and you might not necessarily think off the top that this is about your money, but if you want to stay together with your partner, you've got to understand where they're coming from. So some people are more in tune with kind words, and that's what's going to make them feel better about themselves, whereas other people in a relationship, they may show their affection by what they do and acts of service. So if you can be in tune with the language that the other person is actually talking, hopefully you can have a happy marriage and you won't get divorced and you can avoid all those costly legal fees.
I love that. All right, so we got healthy, we got wealthy, we got wise next.
Last thing, okay, best way to increase your wealth is to learn something. And listen, you know what? Nowadays, there's no excuse for not knowing anything. At the very least, you can get on YouTube and figure out how to learn a new skill. Now, do I want to necessarily go to a dentist to learn how to do dental surgery online? Probably not. But for most things, if you want to learn how to, program a computer or build websites or something like that, you can learn this stuff and you can learn it for free. So your summer reading list doesn't have to be all about books. There are a couple of fantastic websites, Coursera.org, edX.org, and Code Academy. All of these websites offer courses from the top universities in this country: Harvard, MIT, Carnegie Mellon. If you want to learn something, you want to make more money at your job, spend some time this summer learning a new skill, and hopefully you can ask for a higher salary when the summer's over.
And that's pretty amazing that these top universities are offering these courses completely for free. Is that right?
Completely for free. So if you ever said, hey, I wish I had the opportunity to go to Harvard. Now, it's not that you'll get a degree from Harvard,
right,
but you know what? Nowadays, companies aren't just looking for warm bodies, okay? They want you to be able to know something. So it's not necessarily that you have a degree, but if you can prove that you have the skill, that you can develop that website, maybe it's photography that you want to learn to help at your job, or even start a new business. It's the skill that matters. It's not necessarily the piece of paper that you hang up on your wall.
Yeah, well, it doesn't hurt either just to even say to your boss, I took this course online at Harvard.
I tell you what, it shows initiative, and I bet a lot of the people that you're competing with for that job aren't going to be doing the same thing.
Yeah, great advice. Thank you so much, Rob. Rob Wilson, financial advisor with Blazer Capital Management, here for Money Monday every other week.